Hello everyone, I'm Tianzhi Li. Our team is Purdue students for Biomes. The members are Jules Casillas, Dave here, and I. I created the slides for the live presentation and video, as well as the video and the final presentation editing. Dave and Jules created the presentation outline and wrote the paper used to create a dialogue for the live presentation and the video. The goal of this presentation is to explain the connection between gut microbiome health and disease prevention. The human gut microbiome and how to maintain it should be taught alongside exercise, good nutrition, and mental health. The immune system is delicate, and problems in the gut microbiome can set it off in harmful ways. Understanding how the microbiome interacts with the immune system helps prevent this. A 2016 study found that greater microbiome diversity leads to greater diversity in IgA, an important immune molecule, and that the IgA profile changes in response to the host diet. This shows that diet not only shapes which microbes thrive, but also which immune pathways remain active. The body works on a use it or lose it basis, so unused pathways fade over time. A balanced microbiome supports a healthier life, with benefits that include improved mood, stronger immune resistance, better gut-brain communication, and reduced risk for inflammatory bowel disease. A 2019 study noted that the microbiota and the mammals have co-evolved to the point of mutual dependence, and that the brain has never been without signals from the guards. These findings highlight why maintaining a balanced gut microbiome is so important for long-term health.
A balanced microbiome comes from eating the right foods that promote gut bacteria. The effect of food and drugs on the gut microbiome have deeper roots than what we think. The saying "you are what you eat" becomes more prevalent here. A 2018 study shows how vegans are more healthier than omnivores. And there were very modest differences in microbiome composition with diets consisting of either high fat and low fiber diets or high fiber and low fat diets. However, there was very little to no difference in production of SCFAs. Drugs also play a major part in microbiome health. A 2018 study of a large Dutch/Belgian population found these results. Drugs had the largest exponential power on microbiota composition. Other studies have shown major effects on commonly prescribed proton pump inhibitors on the microbiome community. However, you can manipulate and transform your gut microbiome if need be. Another 2018 study had two groups of people swap diets for 2 weeks to see the effects on the microbiome. Changes to the gut microbiota can occur within days of changing diet. Remarkable differences were found after African American and rural Africans switched diets for only 2 weeks. Increased abundance of butyrate producing bacteria that African Americans consuming a rural African diet caused butyrate production to increase 2.5 times and reduce synthesis of secondary bile acid. Type 5. By using signaling in our speech, you can provide emphasis on certain words and phrases in our presentation. Visual Aid 2 shows parts A, B, and C. Presenting to a non-specialized audience, it is beneficial for said audience to show them what facts are important instead of them guessing. Next, we used segmenting. In Visual Aid 4, it shows that segmenting allows readers to understand words, visual aids, and examples used in a segment of the presentation. Before moving on to the next video. Our final communication principle is pre-training. In Visual Aid 9, it shows the main key topics before the presentation to the audience. Visual Aid 2, 4, and 9 are used from Mayer and Moreno in a 2003 article. For the video intro, here's what you will see next. The explainer uses clear labels and simple arrows to guide each step. First, 3 core mechanics are introduced: fiber to SCFAs, immune tuning, and barrier strength. Second, 3 condition links are presented: IDB, type 2 diabetes, and depression. Third, 1 action you can use today is provided: fiber habits. Keep your eyes on the labels and arrows. They are your signposts. After the video, we will explain how we adapted it for a non-specialist audience, why we use signaling, segmenting, and pre-training, and how this supports the thesis. With that, I will turn over to Dave to start the video.
A quick reminder of the map you are about to see. Fiber goes in, and microbes ferment it into short-chain fatty acids. Those fatty acids signal the body to tune immunity and tighten the gut barrier, resulting in body-wide changes. Watch for the labels and arrows. They mark each step and the handoffs. With that context, I will start the video. The gut microbiome is a community of microbes, such as bacteria, living in your digestive tract. When these microbes digest fiber, they produce small molecules called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs. In this video, we will follow the path from the food you eat to the signals microbes send, and then to the effects those signals have in the body. According to a 2016 study, short-chain fatty acids do more than just act in the colon where they are made. They also send signals to other organs, reaching beyond the gut. This process of specific body systems affecting other seemingly unrelated systems is the key idea to remember. One SCFA, called butyrate, helps certain immune cells in the colon mature into regulatory immune system T cells. These T cells help calm inflammation, which protects tissues from unnecessary damage. Tight junctions are protein links that seal the spaces between cells in the gut lining. Butyrate promotes the assembly of these junctions through a pathway involving an enzyme related to cellular energy. A stronger barrier means fewer unwanted substances crossing from the gut into the rest of the body. SCFAs fuel colon cells, help guide immune balance, and send signals to distant organs like the liver and brain. These benefits depend on the food we give our microbes, especially on dietary fiber. An imbalanced gut community, called dysbiosis, is often found in patients alongside certain diseases. In treatment-naive Crohn's disease, researchers found a unique pattern of gut microbes living on the intestinal lining that matches whether someone has the disease. A 2014 study found this is an association, not a diagnosis, meaning the two tend to occur together but don't necessarily have any known medical connection. However, these patterns of occurring with one another often point to new areas where research may uncover unknown connections or bodily imbalances hiding beneath both conditions. Studies of people with type 2 diabetes often show fewer common butyrate-producing bacteria and more aggressive species in those gut microbiomes. Research from 2007 and 2012 found some substances made by certain gut bacteria can make the body respond less effectively to insulin. This pattern, combined with a plausible biological process connecting them, suggests a link worth investigating. A 2019 study shows that gut microbes communicate with the brain through what is called the microbiota gut-brain axis. This communication can influence stress and mood pathways. Evidence of this includes both animal experiments and human correlational studies, and academic reviews have shown agreement in these different types of findings. The practical takeaway from all of this is that eating more dietary fiber supports the microbial functions we have discussed, which provide or at least indicate better overall health. However, this is a general education point, not a diet plan or personal medical advice. These trends and findings are true across a large group of people, not necessarily on an individual level. Always consult a clinician before making major changes to your diet or health routines. In summary, microbial metabolism determined by gut biomes connects to immune balance and gut barrier strength, which are linked with conditions including inflammatory bowel disease, type 2 diabetes, and depression. The action to remember is simple. Better your health with more fiber for your tiny gut protectors. So what's the big picture here? A balanced gut microbiome cannot turn. So what's the big picture? A balanced gut microbiome supports gut barrier integrity and steady immune regulation. Dysbiosis, on the other hand, appears alongside inflammatory bowel disease, type 2 diabetes, and depression. Research indicates this is at an association level rather than a diagnostic claim. We will not review the mechanisms at play. The video covered them. Our aim now is to consolidate the argument and make use of this material clear. There are two major points to take from this presentation. First, you should be able to describe one correct link from the map you just saw. For example, the microbiome community balance relates to tighter protein junctions in the gut, or calmer immune tone. You should be able to do so in plain terms, not jargon. This indicates understanding rather than memorization. Second, you can now frame discussions about common conditions with better precision. The evidence base supports associations between dysbiosis and these outcomes, meaning it informs education and public communication. not personal diagnosis or treatment. Finally, we leave with a reminder of an actionable step to improve gut and overall health that is easily incorporated into your life. Feed the microbiomes you already have with fiber in your normal diet. An improved gut biome suggests better health, and you are now more equipped to control yours. Thank you.